And now, it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, rock cod Rick Maxa, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and Rock Cod Rick Maxa.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with Rock Cod Rick Maxa. I'm back with Rick in the Mighty 1090 studios after a great trip to Panama. I'll tell you all about that later, but we're going to be talking paradise today. John Ireland from Rancho, Leonero, and Baja's East Cape is with us. You stay tuned. This is going to be a great show. 2 hours of fun and excitement here on Southern California's Sport Fishing Voice. Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
You've heard all about it. You know the angler's catching fish habit, so what's holding you back? It's a fact. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. FishDope.com is the only fish finding service with a spotter plane along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. You can get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Martin Island, 365 days a year. FishDope.com is for everyone, whether you have your own boat, fish on your friend's boat, or a sport boat. FishDope.com has online planning tools, moon phase, tides, hot bite icons, and more. So bottom line is, if you don't have FishDope.com, well, you're probably missing a lot of bites. Membership costs less than $50 of gas, and that's for the entire year. That's right, 1 year. What a bargain. Plus, use the special code to save $20 on a new FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
Ranch is small, you know. It's very personal, very intimate. I don't think there's anywhere else that you could have the old Baja feel and have all those miles of beachfront, the palapa roofs and the stone walls. There's not a room that you don't have some kind of ocean view. You don't give up any amenities at the ranch. It's just very rustic. You know how when you cook outdoors it tastes better? Well, that's Rancho Leonero. It just tastes better. We have paddle boards, we've got kayaks, we've got snorkeling equipment, of course. We've got 12 super pongas. We have dive trips. We've got over 40 kayaks at the hotel. We've got all accurate equipment, very top of the line. And when the fishing's good, we'll freeze your fish, pack it all up, send it home with you. People love it. They'll come back 5-6 times a year. That's the highest accolade we can get. 1-800-646-2252, 646-BAJA. And RanchoLeonero.com. It's unique.
There's a lot of great tools out there to help you land the biggest catch. We've got state-of-the-art fish finders, the latest sonar technology, and a wide assortment of lures and jigs at our disposal. It's all tech to help you land the big one. Do you know who else loves the latest tech? Your San Diego County Ford dealers. Just look at F-150. It's loaded with tech. That's one of the many reasons F-150 is Motor Trend's 2018 Truck of the Year. Great payloads and towing capabilities make it the perfect piece of tackle. Available with an 8-inch touchscreen, fuel-saving EcoBoost engine, and all the latest safety and comfort features, F-150 is the truck that is smart enough for California. And right now, your San Diego County Ford dealers have great offers on F-150 XLT and STX. Right now is your best chance to get the best deal on the best truck. That's California smart. Learn more at buyfordnow.com or visit your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Feels good to be back on this side, and I can't wait to hear about this trip, dude.
Oh, man, it was so good. It was Pesca, Panama. If you're going to Panama, I'm sorry.
You're crazy.
Pesca, Panama is just an awesome operation. It's just there's another one there that's close to Coiba Island, and the whole key is being right there, centered around Coiba.
Location.
Otherwise, you have basically a 2 to 2.5 hour run every day.
Yeah, each direction.
Each direction, yeah. But based on Pesca Panama's John Ireland experience,
Yep.
you got 40 minutes right there to the place. But
a lot of fishing.
It's a lot of fishing.
Sunrise to sunset.
It's paradise. It's just, I mean, it's a cool place. But oh, is it hot? Oh man! But the tuna fishing was
hotter than the weather.
It was hotter than the weather. It was really good. Now, mind you, and I'll talk about it. It was more bait fishery this year than a popper fishery. As in previous years, I've been down there when the popper fishing was just like every cast was a popper. But still, it was big fish.
Which it sounds like was a good thing based on how big those fish were. If like you had to catch every one of those things on a popper, I don't think you would have made it back.
Dude, yeah. Even with a Stella, it was just it was tough.
What a cool trip.
But I'll go into it more. I know Cass called yesterday about all the big fish that were caught, and John Ireland from Rancho Leonero is here. Buenos dias, John.
Hi, John.
I'm Peter. Hi, Rick. Nice to be here.
Yeah, nice to be here. You've experienced the Panama fishery. It was 2 years ago when the fishing kind of.
Well,
not so good.
Yeah.
But I have to say, even poor fishing there is pretty darn good.
It's a beautiful spot.
It's a beautiful spot. It's a beautiful setup. The whole the barge, like you say, you're out there in the water. The food is good, and they fish hard.
Yeah.
You know, at the ranch, we're 6:30 to 3 or 4, and there's sunrise to sunset there. I remember long day.
Yeah, and the nice thing about being at the ranch is there's an ice cold margarita waiting for you.
Out of my mouth.
Absolutely. Exactly. And we've got a new addition. I have to mention we've now got Baja Brewing Company, so we've got beer on tap.
Beer on tap.
A little IPA, a little blonde, which is of course right up my alley.
Yeah.
I'm a big beer guy, so. I never felt like our bar was really a bar until you have draft beer in there. Now we're complete.
Okay.
Wow, that's so cool.
Frosty cold glass.
Oh yeah, ice glass. Got to do it right.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, how
like
fun! Yeah, I mean, I'll have a beer and then right back to the margarita.
It saves you. The beer will save you from those margies.
Yeah, save you from
those ranch margaritas are deadly.
Yeah, they'll sneak up on you.
As we all have experienced that have been down there, for sure they can sneak up for sure. So what's new? So new at the ranch, other than a draft beer, got to be some stuff. You closed for 2 months and did a lot of renovations.
We always do. Yeah, I try to spend at least $100,000 a year just on renovations, not changing it, just improving it. This year we redid the bathrooms in rooms 29 through 35. We did the patios in rooms 1 through 5. Put in new patios.
Wow!
A lot of new furniture. Bought all new pool furniture. It's just there's always a million things to do. We spent a lot of money working on the boats as well. We really upgraded the boat fleet. Put a lot of new motors in and added a couple boats. We have a couple new bigger twins now and. So yeah, it's ongoing, and that 2 months off every year, and I have to say the reason the hotel is closed, and I say it every time, is because the ranch is located right there on that point, sticking out. You're surrounded by water. We catch the wind, and it works for us this time of year through November. We're 15 degrees cooler than in town, because we're out there and we have the air circulating around us. So on the car thermometer, it's truly 15 degrees cooler out at the ranch. However, during the winter, it's a little different story. They don't catch anywhere near as much wind as we do during the winter. Consequently, that's why I closed December, January, and February.
Ah, all right.
Yeah.
So we're in it right now. The season is here.
No, yeah, and it's beautiful, and it started early. We really started with a bang. Dorado in particular. We have yellowfin come and go. But the first day the boats went out, they limited on Dorado. There were a lot of peanuts. They were releasing like 5 or 6 fish for every keeper. But some decent fish. Had some bulls, 30, 40 pounders. But the yellowfin were not just under the porpoise. There's a lot around, but they're south of what the guys are doing now. What's really helping the fishing? And I always curious. The Pomo Reef, the park. Bob Van Wormer and I, believe it or not, were the original founders, and it was a state park, and we had designated it was much smaller than it is now, probably a third of the size. 2 years after Bob and I got involved, the federal government came in and took it over and tripled the size of the park. It's huge. The park is actually bigger than I thought it should be. Anyway, long story short, a lot of fish in there. It's turned into a real breeding ground. So now you'll find all the boats right up. They'll be parked right up along the boundary line of the park around either side, pulling out big yellowfin out of there, big fish. So it's turned into a real hatchery for us, for lack of a better word in it, and the fish are coming out of there regularly. So what we're doing now is right today, they'll go down to just south of the park there at Fraley's. It's white sand cliffs. They'll work there with bait. A lot of good sardine available. Or they're rolling around outside and And there's big tuna, and for us, big tuna, not compared to Panama, but a lot of 30 to 50 pounders under the porpoise, outside as well, from anywhere from 40 to 3 miles off.
That has just got me so fired up. Just
yeah.
I could just...
Well, Pete Giacalone was out there, and they caught a nice 35 pounder.
Pete Giacalone from Coastal Yachts was down there?
He sure was, yeah, with the family.
Had fun?
Yeah, helped me with the boat, putting autopilot in one of the boats.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they had
cool.
a great guy. But
Pete's the
like I say, I have 3 or 4 miles right off the beach, a school of porpoise that they saw and rolled out on it and picked out a couple nice tuna out of there. So
nice.
Yeah, it's been good. And then striped marlin, it's interesting because when we first started, everybody wanted striped marlin. Oh, I got to have marlin. But now, our guests, 90% of our guests are repeaters and have been coming back year after year. And no one has any any interest in releasing the marlin anymore. So they say, okay, marlin time. Oh, yeah, drive right by it. So a lot of marlin around, very, very light pressure. It's almost an incidental catch. You're fishing for something else and pickling up,
Yeah.
It's funny that up
but
here...
there are lots around, lots and lots of stripers around.
Up here, it's the same thing, which is so strange. We were talking about the tackle store the other day. I mean, there was plenty of striped marlin around, but with this prolific tuna fishing we've had the last few years, there is just no marlin fleet anymore. The people that, fish for them want is just tuna. The same thing is
everybody
definitely
wants to meet.
up here.
If they get the opportunity, they would rather bring their ice chest home full of fish for sure. And that's
the fish is you get Dorado, Wahoo,
yeah, you guys have
tuna,
a great Wahoo year.
Argo.
We have everything. We have literally everything but bluefin. Is about the only thing that we don't have in there that worldwide. And something that kind of gets lost and people don't do enough of it is inshore fishing as well. The pelagics can be dead outside, water can be dirty, whatever. If you want to fish the bottom inside, you're going to catch fish.
Watching
Argos,
some big barred pargo for whatever reason. Dogtooth as well, but I've had some huge barred pargo this year.
Now, one thing that people never seem to get tired of catch and release is rooster fish.
Oh, man.
Right?
And it's starting. It's starting already. They on fly, they've been catching some nice ones.
Really?
By the way, on fly, they had the biggest tuna I've ever seen. It was like a 56-pounder.
Ooh,
on
a fly rod.
I don't know. I don't understand how they can possibly do it.
Thank you.
But the roosters have been around, and there's just gobs of little ones off the right at the marina entrance there. I mean, 9 inches. I mean, there's thousands of them, and they, how they are. They're hungry as they can be. They'll attack a lure bigger than them, and try to eat it. But and then now, just like in the last couple of weeks, we've had 40, 50 pounders are starting to get released. So that means for sure in June it's going to be the same old story,
You've said before that a roosterfish is such a difficult animal to take on a lure that they're more of a sucker for live bait, but a fly is one of those exceptions.
Thanks for remembering that, because it really is true. It's kind of ironic because they're known for being a live bait fish and not liking conventional artificial, but they go for the fly. And I think that's because they're shallow water, look-up feeders, and I think there's a lot of the flies are real bright. I think they're kind of an anger biter as well. They're kind of an aggressive little fish, but they go for the fly. They bite on the fly better than they do on conventional artificial for whatever reason. So the fly guys, of course, would love that.
That's cool.
By the way, we've got a lot of skipjack around, too, which is big for the fly fishermen. Chum.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun.
And
plus it makes good bait, too. Good chunk bait.
For the bottom.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. They're picking up a few and then chunk baiting on the bottom. And that's what they're... Big amberjack on the bottom, too. 50, 60-pound amberjacks are common.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
How
sounds
fun.
so good to me right now.
Explain to our listeners Rancho Leonero as it sits in the East Cape and what the whole kind of gist of your history down there.
That's a pretty big question. We're right in the middle of Palmas Bay. We're right down in the center. We're located between Los Barriles and La Rivera. And we're not right in town, which for me makes it nicer. We've got 2 miles of private beachfront that you can run up and down and go skinny dipping and do whatever you like, which, a lot of privacy. We've got one entrance in and out, and we've got very good security, and we're actually the only development hotel down there that has one entrance in and out that only one way you can access. So that helps. I got down to the ranch, as you know, in 79, 80, and so like I say, when I started, I had no money. So the original construction, I just kind of copied. There was the old original house there, And old Gil Powell was an engineer, a surveyor. So the walls were exactly magnetic north, south, east, west. So I continued with that. So if you go down to the ranch, you'll see all the walls are exactly magnetic north, south, east, west. And I had no experience building. I just kind of did it as I went. And nobody knows, but I actually started out at diving. It was a diving and fishing
resort. I didn't know that.
Yeah. That lasted for about a year. There's just not enough market. And of course, I like to do both. I was a diver for years as well. And that reef, Pomo Reef, as people can testify, the diving there is as good as anywhere in the world. Anyway, long story short, the ranch is a private place. What I tried to do was, I want you to feel like you're camping out, but not have any of the disadvantages of camping out. Right. You know how food always tastes better when it's cooked outdoors and all that. That's the ambiance that I'm trying to bring to it. So we've got real nice beds. We've got Serta pillow top beds. We've got great, nice towels, nice fluffy towels, stuff that you don't see.
I love that stuff. All those little things you don't see down in Baja normally.
Well, heavy-duty air conditioners.
Yeah, exactly. I spent $100,000 putting in a laundromat, because I don't have, we're completely out there all by ourselves, so we can't job any of that stuff out. So stuff you don't see that really makes a difference. But better sheets, high quality, high count, thread count sheets, nicer. I buy like the towels. I used to buy them by size, and now I find out if you buy them by weight, then you really know. Then you really know what you get.
That's a good idea.
But that's all the stuff that you don't see, and I try to keep it like camping out, but really without any. The only disadvantage you have is no TV in the room or mini bar. Pretty much everything else.
That's an advantage.
If you really need that addiction, then you can go in and watch sports or news or whatever in the bar.
Exactly, in the bar. It's on, CNN is on in that bar. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll walk in there, and there'll be 3 or 4 people watching the news before they go out fishing.
Yeah.
And
the other thing too about the metropolis of Los Barriles and Buena Vista and stuff is your cell phone works.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so if you wanna stay in touch, you've got full wireless capabilities at the ranch there. Wi-Fi out pretty much everywhere you go at the ranch.
That's really changed.
That's all you can stay connected.
Exactly.
And that's really changed.
Connected or disconnected if you want to be.
Yeah.
When I first went down there, they had in the whole area they had 4 phones in 2 different locations, and there were those with the batteries, the crank-up phones, ring, they actually cranked them up. That's how I used to call into the show. I don't know if you remember. I had to drive a half an hour to the phone.
Yeah, I love you telling that story. You used to drive out on a 3-wheeler early in the morning to make a phone call.
Do they even make 3-wheelers?
No, there are a few around. You see them. They're dangerous little guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, it's one of the great places, certainly, in the world to go. And here's the thing. I was on a plane for 7 hours yesterday, flying into L.A. from Panama. From anywhere in Southern California, L.A., Orange County, San Diego, Tijuana, you can fly nonstop to Rancho Leonero and be there with the transfer in an hour and a half. 2 hours and a half.
It's amazing.
Hour and 40-minute flight, and then 50 minutes to an hour up to the ranch.
Depending on your driver, 45 minutes to an hour, depending. But we're real close. We're just the same distance as Cabo itself is. We're in Cabo County, of course. But that airport when I first went down there wasn't there.
Yeah,
it wasn't even there. I used to fly into La Paz, and now it's the second busiest airport in all of Mexico, right behind Mexico.
That's amazing. Well, hey, Adam from the New Loan's on the line, and he's got some news. Good morning, Adam.
Adam.
Hey, guys. Good morning. How's it going?
Great. Had the boss in the studio yesterday, and I said you were out chasing him. How did you do?
Well, we had kind of a slow morning, but we had a good lucky stop in the afternoon. We ended our day with 16 fish. We actually put a 160-pounder. We just weighed it up. 160-pounder on the boat yesterday.
Wow.
Awesome,
these are
Adam.
bluefin tuna and within day and a half range, obviously, right?
Yeah, we were fishing about 80 miles from home yesterday.
That's great.
And, we had a 9-mile drift. We had tons of opportunity. Everyone definitely had a chance. I think we hooked at least, we must have hooked 40 fish yesterday to get our 16.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty darn good.
That's great.
We had a swim through of like straight 100-plus pounders, and they were jumping all over the place. I think we hooked at least 10 of those on fly line baits, but a lot of them didn't end well. Our one we did get was on the kite. So.
Oh, my gosh, Adam, that's crazy. And how exciting for a start to the season to already seeing that crazy trophy class fish, too.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive yesterday. It was kind of a nail-biter throughout the morning. We were, it definitely wasn't for everyone. We were all kind of driving around and, a little bit bored in the morning. And then, but once we got in the right place at the right time, it sure happened for us yesterday. So we're stoked.
That's awesome.
That's fishing. That is fishing.
Yeah, for sure. So if somebody's coming out and wants to try a catch a big bluefin tuna on the new Loan, what do you recommend?
Yesterday we were using a lot of 50 and 60 pound, and when those big fish swam through, we lost quite a few on even that kind of heavier gear. I would come prepared with at least an 80 pound outfit, but a lot of guys will come with only their 80 pound outfit. Really want you guys to bring all kinds of gear if you plan on coming out. 25 pound through 80 pound, I think is pretty sufficient for what we've been seeing the last couple of days.
I know your partner in crime there, Marcus, was saying that's the thing this year is, you'll roll up onto one stop and there'll be 20-pounders, and the very next stop, clearly there's 160s, and that early season fish, it's a lot of mixed up fish, and you got to just be ready for every scenario.
Exactly. Our school yesterday was mixed up. We saw, in our drift, we saw anything from 20 to 180 pounds probably.
Ooh.
Wow.
All in the same school. So
wow,
what a great day,
kind of tricky. You don't really know what to throw in right off the bat, and we've had quite a few heavy casualties yesterday because it's a mixed school.
We can handle that for April,
but
Pete.
The good news is it's mid-April,
yeah.
not even late April yet, and you're catching great quantities of bluefin tuna. Well, if somebody wants to go on a new Loan, Adam, with you, go catch some bluefin tuna here locally out of San Diego. How do we do that?
You do that by giving the office a call. You can call the office 619-223-1627, or you can jump on the website. I just made tonight's trip a will run. I think we only have 5 people signed up.
Ooh, so how's the weather outlook?
The weather is looking really good for the next 2 or 3 days, so we're hoping to get back down there. We're going tonight with our 5 guys, unless anyone else wants to join us.
Oh,
that's
man.
So cool,
so
Adam. Good for
obviously
you.
A light load on the new Loan out of Point Loma Sport Fishing tonight. Good weather. This is the time of the year when weather is good, you got to jump on it because spring is a windy season.
And let's face it, we all know what's going to happen. A couple months from now, we're all going to want to do the same thing, and the boats are going to be packed, and trying to get on the new Loan, you're going to need to put your reservation in 2 weeks at a time, and you're going to be wishing in July that you took advantage of today. The boat's going, it's going to be a light load, the big ones are biting literally yesterday. These are those times that you want to strike while the iron's hot.
All right. Well, keep getting them, Adam, and thanks a lot for the report. Appreciate the call this morning.
Okay, no problem, guys. Have a good rest of your Sunday.
All right.
Yeah, man, that's killer. Well, as you can hear, we've got such a great show talking about my absolute favorite place in the whole world, and that's Rancho Leonero, and so much great fun to talk about today. We want to have you join us. If you want to be a part of the show this morning, there's 2 ways that you can do that. First is with our local line, which is 858 area code 457-1090. Again, 858-457-1090. That's our local number. Or you can reach us toll-free. That toll-free line is 877-792-1090. One more time, 877-792-1090. Not only going to be taking your phone calls, we're going to be talking all morning with John. We got great catch reports. We are also giving away a really cool prize for one lucky caller at the end of the show today, and that's a full-day trip going fishing on board the Liberty at a Fisherman's Landing. Again, a full-day trip going fishing with Captain Taro and Neville on that great Liberty at a Fisherman's Landing. Along with that is a Shimano jig package, including flat fall jigs and those super hot Colt Sniper jerkbaits. So,
which we nailed the tuna on, those Colt Sniper jerkbaits. You get both?
Yeah, how cool is that, dude?
Oh, that's a good package today.
You're not kidding. I mean, we're talking a $200 value, and what a fantastic prize for one lucky caller at the end of the show today. Again, 858-457-1090. That's our local number, or toll-free, 877-792-1090. And when we come back, we're going to be taking your phone calls. Lots of great info coming your way. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
When bad weather and rough seas send other boats back to the dock, Seakeeper allows you to fish longer and fish harder, even in the roughest conditions. Don't believe it? Just ask those that have put them on their boat, like Captain Pete Grosbeck and other professionals. Fishing in the trough with Seakeeper basically eliminates the trough. Seakeeper's newest offering, the Seakeeper 3, is optimized to eliminate up to 95% of boat roll on boats between 30 and 39 feet. Even better, this gyro is so small it can fit inside a customized leaning post and operate on your current battery system, making installation fast and easy. Watch for new product coming soon. The Seakeeper for boats. Think about it. Eliminate up to 95% of boat roll on your boat. That is amazing. To learn more about how Seakeeper can change your life on the water and to schedule your free demo, go to Seakeeper.com. Take a ride, be amazed. Seakeeper.
This is Greg Stotesbury from AFCO. For more than 58 years, the American Fishing Tackle Company has been recognized as the premier manufacturer of precision-built offshore fishing tackle. AFCO continues this tradition today with an innovative technical fishing clothing line designed and built by fishermen for fishermen. From our next-generation waterproof shorts like Tactical or Stealth to our new anhydrous waterproof jacket and bibs, the entire AFCO clothing line is purpose-built with the latest AFTEC fabrics and features designed to deliver for the demanding angler. To find AFCO products, go to AFCO.com and find a dealer near you.
Hey, this is Rosie with Cedros Sport Fishing. Cedros Island is considered the yellowtail and calico bass fishing capital in the world, and nobody does it better than Cedros Sport Fishing. We are committed to providing first-class service to our guests as well as an unforgettable fishing experience. We have made a good thing even better. We now have a direct flight departing to the CBX in San Diego. Leave home in the morning and fish in the afternoon. We have a beautiful waterfront lodge with first-class accommodations and meals. What are you waiting for? Call me at 619-772-7570 or check out CedrosSportFishing.com. Book soon. Trips are going fast.
Hey, it's time for the 30-second Power Pro Seminar. Here's the hot tip for those of us that like to fish with small reels for big fish. Fill your spools with Power Pro Max Quattro. It's 25% thinner than standard Power Pro. That means you're going to get more line on that small reel. Plus, you can fly line your bait more effectively. Here's another tip about Power Pro Max Quattro. Your casting distance will increase in addition to increasing your spool capacity. So downsize your tackle and use Power Pro Max Quattro. Check PowerPro.com for more information.
XEPRS 1090 AM Rosarito, Baja California.
San Diego's sports leader. The home of ESPN Radio. The mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
All right. Well, wow.
I knew you were going to say that.
Who's this guy? Jack. Jack, what's up there, Jack?
What's up, Jack?
Jack.
Hello, gentlemen, and you too, Pete.
Hey, Jack.
And John.
Hi, Jack.
What's up, buddy?
I just talked to David, my son. He just packing up and heading for the airport, and boy, they had a great time. Thank you for all your generosity and the way you run that place. They're all saying they had probably 20, 25 people there with my son.
They had a gang.
Wow,
they had a
cool.
gang. They did. It was father and son, and it was nice to see them. Everybody was having a good time.
Oh, all the kids down there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think there was 25 or 26 total.
Yeah.
And it was about even fathers and sons, and they're saying, oh, they're just little kids. Well, the kids were bigger than the dads.
Yeah.
They were all 13 to 16 or 17.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, they're all high school kids.
No, they're having a great time, and it was nice to see David down there. The fishing wasn't too awesome.
They had a good day yesterday, John.
Did they?
They really they went down south and they got nice tuna catches, all of them. So they had a great time.
Good. Yeah, it's been a long ride finding them.
Well, they're kids. They know how to make fun, And but here's the thing: they're all bagging on my son David, saying, "Why didn't you bring us here before? What's the big secret you've been keeping here?"
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
So they're coming. You'll be seeing that group again, over and over again. Yeah.
Well, it was just nice seeing Dave and having the kids come down. Now we got to get Doug, and then I'm not sure that Doug's ever been down, has he?
Yeah, he's been down. Yeah. It's been a while.
Jack's hanging out, having a cerveza and just laying low, nice peace and quiet. And it's like, no, this place sucks. You don't want to come here.
You really, come here. This really isn't up your alley. I don't think you'd like it.
So that was the big subject. What they were saying, what in the heck? You've been keeping this place secret. So anyway, they're going to be bugging you again.
That's cool.
Well, the cool thing about Rancho Leonero is you just don't understand how good it is until you go there and
It
hang
is so
out.
true.
And you don't even necessarily have to fish. You can just walk on the beach. You can go snorkeling. You can go diving. You can go paddleboarding. You can go fishing on the beach. You don't even ever have to step on a boat. But when you do step on a boat, it's pretty awesome.
I say it's my favorite place in the whole world to do nothing.
And, it's changed a little bit because not everybody that comes down to fish. It used to be, 100% fishermen, and now I'd say there's 30 or 40% of the guests that don't fish a day. They use it.
They went quad riding. They took an afternoon and went quad riding. And,
that's
you can imagine high school kids having a ball riding, around in the backcountry there. And, and I'll be there, by the way, here's the next warning, John. I'll be there May 10th. So.
No, I'm looking forward to that, Jack. Well, have a couple of beers. Jack has his own bar in his own office. Right in front of room 31, Jack? Or 32?
Don't tell.
Don't tell. Don't tell. No telling.
Hey, Jack, thanks a lot for calling, and always a pleasure. I know I enjoy hanging out with Jack down there.
No, I'm looking forward to Jack.
He's almost like a figurehead down there.
No, he's not almost. He is a figurehead.
I'll take that.
Jack, you're going to have to have one of those new draft beers with me, Jack.
Yeah, you're on.
Twist his arm.
I guess. Maybe I'll give that a shot.
All right, Jack, thanks for the call.
Hey, God bless.
Take care.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Jack.
Very much. All right, every line in the building full. They want to talk to John Ireland, so let's jump into it, Rick.
That sounds good to me. How about we start it off this morning with Dan? He's calling us from Encinitas this morning. Morning, Dan. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, morning, guys. Thanks for my call. Just had a question about the ranch and the surf fishing, and what gear would I need to bring for the surf fishing action if I were to come down there?
Well, we have gear down there, so you really don't need to bring anything. We our beach stuff is 12 to 20 pound test, and you get tested on 12 to 20. I promise you, you'll get spooled. There's a lot of big fish rolling up and down, real short. Rooster fish, of course, that go to 100 pounds, but they're always mixed with Jack Crevalle. There's a lot of Jack Crevalle up and down. Sierra. I mean, it's a very, very active inshore fishery. So you'll catch a lot of fish. I suggest bringing, if you're going to bring lures, then I'll bring surface pop or something that makes a big racket on the top. If you get a sinker, the problem is there's a lot of rocks and you're going to get hung up in there. But you really don't need to bring anything. If you bring your favorite hat and flip flops and shorts, you're going to be fine. Because we try to supply everything for you there. We really do.
I'll tell you what we did great with, not as much for the big game fish, but more just the quantity of reef fish, was that lure that, Pete, you were talking about earlier, that Colt Sniper jerkbait. But the smaller one, not the real big one for the big tunas. I think it's a 120. And it's a floater type thing, a little minnow type bait, but you can cast them a long way. And every reef fish, cool things, little cabrillas and things like that. I mean, we smashed them with that thing.
Fish eat those things.
Really
Inshore fish, offshore fish, they eat them.
And it stays high, so you can fish it over the reef. I mean,
it's
not necessarily what you're going to catch your trophy fish with, but just fishing after going after a long day of fishing, come back, have a margarita, take a shower, and then walk the beach and cast for an hour or two before dinner. And we had steady action the whole time.
Yeah, and you're always going to get bit. And what I suggest, too, if people bring their kids, and there's triggerfish like crazy. There's millions and millions of triggerfish out in front. And the trick with those is just to get one of those little trout hooks, the little, that they put the salmon eggs on, those little hooks. You can literally catch as many triggerfish as you want. So you take the kids out, they can catch 10, 20, 30 apiece.
That's cool.
Yeah. All they want to do is
salmon
pull
eggs?
the fish. No, you don't need that. You just those small hooks. You got a real small
hook
mouth.
and a little chunk of bait.
Yeah, and then you just go to the bait pile when they're cleaning the fish, and just any kind of chunk of fish, just a little bit. They'll eat anything. It's instant. It's
cool.
instant. So if you want your kids to catch fish, for the kids, they love it.
Hey, another thing too, you hook one of those big triggerfish on a spinning rod, good luck. Like, those things pull hard.
Oh, and some of them get fairly large.
Yeah.
So you'll see 5-6 pounders out there all the time. And I'm sure the natives, that used to be a little native village where the hotel is now, and I'm sure they lived off that reef, and I'm sure triggerfish were a big part of their diet. They're really excellent ceviche. They make.
Yeah.
They're not big enough to fillet and cook on the barbecue, but gosh, they make great ceviche, real white meat. real animal.
So again, never having to step on a boat at Rancho Leonero,
Totally.
you can catch a ton of fish and enjoy yourself.
Oh yeah, and that's what they do. They'll go out in the kayak,
Yeah.
And I used to do that with Jeannie, my daughter, and I tell her, I'm going to give you a dime of fish. And now, big mistake.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
Once you figure it out, watch out, right?
I couldn't keep up. I couldn't keep up on rehooking and re-rigging and everything. So, but yeah, it's a lot for the kids. That reef in front is so full of fish. And getting back to the rocks, they're always over the rocks. So any kind of lure that you use, you don't want a sinker. You're going to get hung up. And the fish normally are hanging over the rocks. So.
Yeah. Fantastic. Hey, Dan, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning.
How about Joe and Carlsbad up next on Let's Talk Hookup? Good morning, Joe.
Hi, Joe. How you doing? Good morning,
Doing
Joe.
great, guys. Hey, I have a question. I have a question for John.
Good morning, Joe.
No problem.
Hey, John, I was wondering, what was it that when you got the bug for that area back in '79, and what keeps you coming back every day?
I went down. I was just enjoying myself, having a great time down there, and I ran into the property, and it took me. I really had no intention of investing in Mexico or doing a business. I was doing very well up here in the United States. I was selling real estate and developing, but when I ran into this property, it took me. I can't. It really wasn't a decision on my part or anything. I was lucky enough came over with a couple guys who were interested in purchasing it. And I was smart enough to brought my mask and fins, and I dove that reef right in front, and I came out of the water, and I had goosebumps, literally. This is magic, and really at that time, because it was so long ago, and there was no legal way for American stone down there, and being Mexico and everything, I just figured, this is a London Bridge, there's nothing. So it took almost over a year to find out that it really was a legit deal, and it was purchasable, and really, to be honest with you, I've chased it. I was 31. I'm 70 now, and so it's a lot easier. But
things have changed a little bit.
Oh boy, have they
especially
ever.
For land ownership in Mexico. Now anybody can own property.
Exactly. Yeah, I have dual citizenship. I have Mexican citizenship as well, so that helps me. But for the average American that comes down, it's called a fideicomiso, which is a life trust that the bank holds, and you have all the rights of fee simple ownership and it's a 50-year renewable, 100-year trust, so inheritance, everything else, and so that's working. You can get U.S. title insurance. So yeah, it's changed a bunch. It's a lot more legal. When I went down, it was, and the prices were proportional, because it was high risk, so everything was a lot less money than it is now. It's crazy. They just, like last week, they just had Gwyneth Paltrow was down on they're building. They just built a Four Seasons about 3 miles south of us. And that's where she had her bachelorette party.
No way, really?
Cameron Diaz, and I missed the whole thing. Of course, I wasn't over there.
You weren't invited?
They didn't invite me.
Can you believe that? Wow.
No,
the
I can't imagine.
I'll tell you what, they're building a golf course over there, and I was figuring, let some of my guests golf on it, but they're so high-end, it's so expensive, I don't think we're going to be able to afford it.
Well, they're building like $15 million houses around that.
Yeah, they're selling. They've already sold. Yeah, they swear they sold 10 houses for over $15 million already.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and that's how far from the ranch?
2.5 miles from my property line. Yeah, south.
Wow.
Yes, it is. And then, so they're kind of changing things. The nice thing about it is, everybody's worried about all hotel and turning into just like Cabo. Is they only have 1,000 acres there, and it's a 155-room hotel.
Yeah.
So they're not overbuilding, very low density, and very very nice what they're doing and everything.
Yeah.
And
the
then
marina, the whole thing.
People also ask me, "Aren't you afraid they're going to take all your business?" And I go, "What? They're charging $2,000 a night."
Yeah.
They're going to come.
You're not going to spend that in a week at the ranch.
Oh no, we're the bargain. They're going to come down and discover us and figure they spent way too much.
Oh
right?
yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah. Hey, it's such a great paradise, and people just don't understand it. What's your repeat business? I mean, that's the thing, is once you go...
Way over 90%.
90%.
And you know what else is really interesting? That our main average tenure of our employees now is 24 years.
Wow.
That's the average. That's the average number of years.
Average.
The average number of years. So.
Yeah.
So you see the same faces every year.
Yeah. And like I say, Panama's great, but man, it's like a full day and a half trip going there and coming back.
And
Rancho
you're tired
Leonero, yeah, I went to bed at 7 last night. I hate to embarrass you. Man, I was thrashed. We left there at like 3 a.m. and it was.
And with
with
new
Rancho
flights.
Leonero, you're right there, and I paid $50 each way on Alaska Airlines plus tax. So it was, I don't know, $250 or something around
A lot of
there.
flights. A lot of flights going down a lot, and it's convenient time-wise now, too, where you can actually fish the day you come in, or not the day you come in normally, but certainly the day you leave.
Yeah.
Because the flights are coming in earlier, leaving later now because there's so many more and everything.
Yeah.
So people are actually fishing the day. So we'll have guests come down 4 or 5 times a year, for 3, 4 to 8 trips, and it's that convenient.
I mean, the thing is, we could literally, the three of us could leave right now, and you'd be eating lunch and having a cerveza at the ranch, at the bar. I mean, no question.
They have that new 7 a.m. flight, too, on Alaska, which is kind of cool because you beat the crowd getting in, right?
Right, exactly. You don't have that big, long lines.
Tip. Yeah.
And, also coming back up, the flight I came on leaves at 11:30, gets here at 12:30. So.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Nice. Lots of options, for sure. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning. Let's head down to Cedros Island. Jeff is sitting on his kayak right now catching fish. Good morning, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, good morning, you guys. Yeah, I'm actually out here on the Ponga right now. I got my crew out here. We've been fishing about a half hour. We got 4 yellows already on the flat fall.
Oh.
Great fishing going on down here, you guys. I said it last week. I'll say it again. Fish is going off at Cedros Island.
Wow. Well, Jeff Mariani, Cedros Kayak Fishing, you can fish from the Ponga or you can fish from the kayak or you can do both. That's the cool thing. And plus, it's like you staying in your house, too. That's the other fun thing. But here's the problem. Are there any spots left?
Yeah.
I opened up 3 trips in September just to give some guys some opportunities. I've been getting too many calls. So I figured, you know what, I better try to wedge in as many trips as I can in September. I did add a couple there, and I added one in October just for that late season stuff. But if someone wants to come down early season, I don't know, I've been coming down every other week now for the past 2 months. It's yellows every time. Yesterday we had big sheep's head to 15 pounds on the flat fall, too. So great calico bass fishing. The island is just going off, you guys.
Oh, what size flat fall are you using there, Jeff?
I'm throwing the 160 gram this morning, getting down to the bottom on this high spot out here off the south end of the island. We're fishing like 75 feet, and it's pretty much automatic as soon as you bounce the bottom. So I'm going to let you guys go. I want to get back down there. Copy?
Yeah, go to it there, Jeff. CedrosKayakFishing.com. You can link that right on the Let's Talk Hookup links page. Cedros Kayak Fishing. Jump on it. I've been there. I tell you. All right, Jeff.
All right, I'll talk to you.
All right, thanks for the call. Live from the water. There it is. Hey, Bart Hawk. Good morning, Bart.
Hey, Bart.
Well, good morning, everybody. How's you doing?
Hey,
Doing
Bart.
great. You can always tell when all the big fishing stars call in. Everybody that knows
the
fishing
ranch,
and
yeah.
likes to go to fishing and gets to go to a lot of places. They all love the ranch, right?
Yeah.
Well, you got me all excited this morning, John, and then Jack calling in got me thinking about stuff. We brought we take the Fred Hall crew there every year, and we have a great time, obviously, because we come back every year. But 2 years ago, my daughter-in-law Lori came and with my son Travis, and she says after they're there about 2 hours, why the heck haven't we come here before? And then
Same thing that Jack's kid just said.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing that David's son said. And then I was thinking you were talking about the rooster fish. Well, Travis and I had a real good year last year on Father's Day catching big rooster fish, and then you were talking about the trigger fish. Well, after we caught all our big roosters, we were getting fish for dinner that night, and we went and caught some really big trigger fish, which we thought was going to be used for ceviche. And then we brought it in home back to the ranch, and we asked them if there was another way to cook it, and they cooked it, I think in garlic and butter, and oh my God, was it great. I couldn't believe how good the trigger fish was, other than ceviche. So Travis thinks there ought to be a trigger fish flag.
Yeah, well, there's so many of them around, and they're so prolific. You wouldn't think they taste as good as they do, and that must have been bigger fish that you caught. Normally, they're just not big enough to get a fillet off of, But
we got some big ones out there by the lighthouse out there.
And they're they're tuggers too, but that's the secret. The meat is really, really good. As good as any of the fish.
Just make sure you didn't let the deckhand fillet them, because that skin is like leather.
You got to throw your knife away afterwards. You need an Anza knife to get through that.
Yeah, oh, no doubt.
You don't want to do it yourself. No, they got that. They have that pointy skin right on the top of them. I've experienced it. I've also stuck my finger in their mouth. Have the two little buck teeth. Just to see what happened.
Crushers.
That was a smart move on my part.
Well, Bart, always great to hear from you. And this is the time of the year where you actually get to go do things like
Bart,
that, right?
Speaking of, when are you coming?
Well, we're going to contact you. We'll be coming in the summertime this year. We're going to brave the heat and have some fishing in either July or August. So, what do you think, John? How's the fishing in July and August?
Well, that's the best time of year. You know that. I
do know that.
It's actually by far the best fishing, and it is warmer, but on the water, everything's shaded and it's comfortable, and because we're on that point at the hotel and all that, it never gets so hot that it's unbearable.
And you have those split air conditioners in the room, so you're all
we
good
do.
there, and that beautiful pool overlooking the water.
Cold
margarita.
New beds.
New beds.
Beds were great last year.
The hotter the weather, the hotter the fishing. That's what you've always said.
No, and that is true. So you'll be in the middle of it, and the rooster fish will still be going on, which is important, Bart. And like I said, they've been doing really well off the bottom, which
Well, John, since I caught that one rooster last year, I kind of figure there's no sense chasing that one down. Maybe I'll be fishing for something else.
That was pretty big, but there are bigger ones out there. You should go for that 100+ pounder.
Okay.
Yeah, we just got the scale certified and all that. So I'm looking for a world record on the rooster fish this year. We've had so many big ones. I think it's 112 is the biggest.
That's a world record?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
So we can do that, Bart. We can beat that.
Wow.
Well, John, I can't wait to get there. I really wanted to come in May, but I couldn't get the schedule together for everybody. But so it'll be July or August, and Dave will be contacting you at the end of next week, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, you'll be glad that you came those months. Really, you haven't really hit those months yet, and you'll be surprised. It's good fishing for sure.
Yeah, we've been there, in May and June, and I've been there in September. Those are the 3 months we've normally come. So this will be new for me. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I'll be there, and we'll do some fishing for sure.
All right, Bart. Nice to hear from you. Bart Hall, Fred Hall Shows. Appreciate the call this morning.
Thank you, Bart.
Bye.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. More of your phone calls. We're also going to check in with the catch report, find out what's biting up and down the beach. You stay tuned. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
This is Captain Tim Ekstrom from the long-range vessel Royal Star. With my partners Randy Toussaint and Brian Sims, we have set the bar for the long-range fishing experience. A spring 8-day, summer 5-day, or a fly-down, fly-back 11-day winter trip, we deliver the highest quality long-range voyage you will find. From our premium RSW fish storage to our top-of-the-line chefs and crew, Royal Star distinguishes itself from all others. Want to grab a spot on the Royal Star? Check us out at RoyalStarSportFishing.com or call Tracy at 619-224-4764.
When you put on a pair of Maui Jim sunglasses, the world begins to look different. Colors are more vivid. Contrast is clearer. Details are crisper. Wherever your vision leads you, beauty follows. With polarized lenses that eliminate glare and enhance color, Maui Jim sunglasses won't change the world. They'll change the way you see it. Color, clarity, detail. Maui Jim.
Have you been looking for a live bait hook that keeps live bait alive? Look no further than Japan's leading fish hook, Gamakatsu. It's the little things that make the difference, and Gamakatsu hooks drive the point home. With an absolute perfect bend and ideal barbs, your bait swims harder and longer. And when you get bit, Gamakatsu hooks bite back with a vengeance. All hooks are not the same. Go with Gamakatsu for infinite success. Gamakatsu, simply the best. Check Gamakatsu.com. Fifth Avenue Insurance has a new name. It's Snap Insurance, still providing anglers and boaters with the best in boat insurance and the lowest rates. The experts at Snap Insurance will make sure your boat and property are covered right. Traveling to Mexico? Snap has you covered. You can even work with your agent to wrap your home and auto with your boat policy to save even more. Call them for advice on your current boat policy or any of your insurance needs. Snap Insurance, 800-527-6617 or snapins.com. That's SNAPPINS.com.
Cast Tours is a family-owned and operated travel company that specializes in taking you to great fishing destinations. They take pride in providing the best and most affordable vacation packages available. For over 20 years, Cast Tours has been creating unique sport fishing and vacation trips. Whether it's a fishing trip, a family vacation, or an adventure, they will provide you the service and value you deserve. Call Cast Tours at 800-593-6510 or check casttours.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
All right, let's find out what's biting.
You got it, bro. It's time for the Catch Report, which today is sponsored in part by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Fisherman's Processing is San Diego's finest. That's why they're known as the Fish Pros, because once you try them, you're hooked. They'll fillet and vacuum pack your fish to your specs, as well as offer the best in smoked fish, jerky, and their famous tuna burger. And don't forget, Fish Pros the Market with their famous smoked wahoo, tuna, their tuna burgers, and more. Plus, they've always got so much cool stuff that they're rolling out. They debuted at Day at the Docks, those killer finishing rubs, the finishing salts. They're doing like a hickory smoked salts, like a finishing salt for your fish or your meat, and then their trade secret rubs that they have for your meat, your chicken, your fish. They've always coming out with such cool stuff at Fish Pros the Market. I highly recommend sliding in there. You can always pick it up at their Liberty Station location or just stop by and taste it, because you'll be hooked. There's no doubt about it.
No question. All right, Captain Brian Woolley, Dana Wharf Sport Fishing. What's happening at Dana Wharf?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
What's up, Willie?
Morning. As we were passing Dana Wharf yesterday on the freeway, and beautiful traffic on the way back home yesterday afternoon, looked like a gorgeous day out of Dana Wharf.
It was beautiful and long yesterday, for sure. We finally had a little reprieve, at least during our morning trip yesterday, from some of that wind that's been kind of a factor. Regressing to yesterday's show, Marcus really hit the nail on the head yesterday with his comments about the wind and the upwelling, and the necessity of that. So certainly it's part of a way bigger picture. And, I can tell you we're seeing a lot of bait on the beach in areas where there wasn't bait prior to this wind blowing around. So certainly it's, part of the deal. So when you fish it every day, it gets kind of frustrating, but, it is what it is. You just got to kind of work through it. So other half these scene, still been kind of a day-to-day deal with, a little bit of wind kind of and whatnot. But if we find the right water with, a little bit of current, it's been okay for some calico bass and some sand bass. Certainly the sheephead's been kind of the center picture there on the half-day trip. When fishing gets tricky for us, a lot of our regulars like to bring their own baits, like some shrimp and some clam, and that's kind of helped a bit. We've seen some nice sheephead on it. So cooler water, it's all about capitalizing on bites, and, that kind of helpful, that bait stuff has kind of made a difference for those guys. The rockfish, still kind of what we have going on our three-quarter day. I'd say it's probably been a better call for the guys. Current finally backed off a little bit down that way what it has been the last couple of weeks. So some good scores on that mixed bottom fish as well. Those three-quarter day trips, we're still gonna focus on that rockfish until the water warms up on the beach and we can get in and start catching some bass along the kelp lines. Over at Clemente, the Fury continued to see some great action over there. He was over there with the charter group of 38 people yesterday. 150 rockfish, 10 nice sheepheads, some sculpin, a couple lingcod, and hundreds of whitefish. I think he had something like 340 whitefish for his guys yesterday, so they were snapping for sure. So that's kind of it for us. If you guys want to hop on a trip, we certainly recommend using a discount code that you can find right there. Click on the banner ad of the Dana Wharf on the Let's Talk Hookup webpage. Use that code HU25. That'll save you 25% on one of these local trips. Give us a call at the landing here, 949-496-5794. Of course, you can always find us at DanaWharf.com.
Man, some good fishing rare, and with a nice little stretch of weather, at least for the next few days in front of us, should see continued success there. It's been back to having an actual spring again where we get those great days of good weather, and you certainly see the fish count jump right back up again, and then we get a couple days of having to deal with some wind, but with a good weather this weekend here and good weather on the forefront, looks like we got another good week up at Dana Wharf Sport Fishing, Willie.
That's it, for sure. Just a little incremental increase of, something every other day is what we need. So water temp, a little current, whatever it is, as long as things are got a little uptick, we're, not much closer to our season. So we're looking forward to it.
Couldn't agree more. Great info as always. One more time, shoot us the phone number if somebody wants to go fishing with you and take advantage of all the great stuff going on at Dana Wharf Sport Fishing.
Thanks, Rick. Our phone number here is 949-496-5794. Of course, at DanaWharf.com. Book online.
Right on, Willie. Great job as always. We'll look forward to another great report next Sunday.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Appreciate it. All right. Very good. Surf guru extraordinaire, Gundy Gunderson with the Surf Fishing Report. Here's a guy that's been down at Rancho Leonero fishing that surf. Right, Gundy?
Hey, Gundy.
Yeah. That place is fantastic.
How you doing, buddy? All good?
Yeah, excellent, man. I'll never forget catching that yellowfin tuna right off the beach there on a live bait on a kayak. That was still ranked as one of the all-time top fish I've ever caught, so put it that way.
We had a guy catch one 3 or 4 weeks ago on a crocodile off the lighthouse. Picked up a nice, 37-pounder casting off the beach.
On the shore.
Yeah.
Toes in the sand, caught a yellowfin tuna.
Yeah,
amazing.
Unreal.
And the crocodile is probably the most versatile bait from the shore. I don't know, all around versatile bait when you're in tide down there. It's just, you can catch it all with a good crocodile.
No doubt.
Yeah, and there's a lot, they're a real prevalent lure. They're everywhere, so that's what everybody ends up, especially the Mexicans. This was a local kid that caught it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wow, what a catch. That's fantastic. Well, we got some interesting catches here on the beach, too. You heard the guys talk about the wind and that sort of thing. We even had, some rollovers, some dirty areas. But like the guy said, too, it's been a function of getting the bait in, and there's a lot of bait inside. So one of the highliners this week was the halibut bite. Then we had a little showing of one of our friends, the orange-mouthed Corvina, and I'll get to that in a second. Hook, line, sinker reported some nice halibut catches at protected beaches with cleaner water, what produced better. The harbor spit there, the slough were good stretches. Small swim baits, jerk baits. 29-inch fish was taken off the Goleta Pier there on a live smelt, so live smelt's been producing real good. Wiley's held in Uptown Derby last week. 1 pound, 6-ounce fish took top honors. The guys reported very good fishing numbers-wise. Fish to 1.5 pounds, but no real big hens. The reports of those 2-pounders been coming up from Pismo Beach up there. And I have a hard time saying this beach, Cuyocos or whatever, but some of those central California beaches producing a big giant perch right now. Kayak fishing, the anglers there off Malibu doing real well on the halibut. 37-inch fish was the big fish this week. One guy released 3 other legal fish this week. Just Fishing in Redondo reported first Corvina catch of the spring, a 4-pound model, real nice fish taken on a Carolina rig grub. The angler was targeting perch and catching a few of those and then stuck that real nice Corvina. Big Fish and Seal Beach reported good halibut action. Shoreline Drive, Cherry Beach, Grunion are in there. These beaches are also protected from the wind and they stay a little cleaner. Ketchum Tackle reported lots of wind, but a few legal halibut taken on track-rigged anchovies inside the harbor mouth. Hogan's said the Grunion ran real strong at Doheny, and the guys have been sticking fish all along that, all the way down to Pochies there. Flash minnows, zebras, sardine pattern was hot for those guys. And then Pacific Coast reported tough fishing on the beaches. The water rolled over there. But interesting, the orange-mouthed Corvina showed up in the bays there, and the guys are getting them at night, Pete, on top water, throwing little Sammies, little Zara puppies, finding that bait that's coming up in the dark and along, I guess Mission Bay, all that stuff holds those orange-mouthed at night, and fish up to 12 pounds. So that's a really neat thing, seeing that orange-mouthed fishery. It just seems to get a little bit better every year.
Yeah, no kidding,
what
man.
A cool
just
thing to
good stuff.
A cool thing to go do after work and just nighttime surface action fishing. That sounds like a blast.
Yeah, the guys even reported they had 2 halibut on the topwater fishing those little bait concentrations at night. So I don't know where else you're going to do that, but that's kind of a cool deal.
That's sick, Gundy.
Thanks, Gundy. Good
Great
job,
report.
buddy. Great job, and we'll talk to you next Sunday.
Come visit, Gundy.
Pleasure.
Come
Take
down
care,
and
John.
visit.
Yeah,
John says he wants you to come down.
Long overdue.
Yeah, you are.
But write up an article. Come down fishing at Rancho Leonero.
Okay.
And come down and write an article for Western Outdoor News.
Yeah, we need
There you
both of
go.
those things.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
All right.
We'll catch the elephant from the beach.
Yeah, there we go. All right, gentlemen.
Gundy.
Great
All right.
show.
See you, Gundy.
All right, well, that report is going to wrap up our Catch Report today, sponsored by Dana Landing on Mission Bay, your one-stop shop for everything you need to go fishing. They have such a complete saltwater tackle store. I mean, and you want to talk about complete, that means from fishing bay bass with, Corey's latest little, mini slugs and things like that, all the way up to poppers and stick baits for fishing Panama and long range and everything in between. I mean, they really are a complete saltwater shop. They've got a fantastic deli. They offer Mexican and California licenses. They do trips and six-pack charters with the Impulse and the Blackjack and more. And when it comes to freshwater tackle, don't miss out on East County Bait and Tackle. They're full of all the freshwater tackle and live bait that you need for a great day on the lake. Dana Landing is right across from SeaWorld, next to the Dana Lawn Tramp in Mission Bay. And East County Bait and Tackle, they're at the end of the 67 freeway at Mapleview and Lakeside. You can always check out DanaLanding.com.
And, Steve Pinard from Dana Landing and ECBT came to Panama
Right.
with us. We were fishing partners and had a great time with Steve. And we were talking about how great Dana Landing is for the private boater.
Oh, my God.
I mean, you have the best launch ramp around.
Yep.
You have... You
best
forget
deli.
your license, you forget your lunch, you forget ice, you want to go get ice. You don't have to go get prepared the night before, because when you get to the launch, you walk in there, get everything you need, and go fishing.
Well, Neil and I keep
including all the tackle.
Yeah, Neil and I keep our boat at Dana Landing, and we're not a because we forgot food or because we forgot a lot. We go there because it's the best spot to get food, and it's the most convenient to get. I mean, it's
they have
awesome.
it all.
Literally everything. I mean, even if you're on the launch ramp and your battery's dead or you need a spark plug, they got emergency stuff that way. You forgot the drain plug when you're flushing your motor home. It's such a convenient spot for us as fishermen. Our boat is in that marina. We're in that shop literally every time for something, whether it's beer, sandwiches, or something.
And
every
Steve
time.
Bernard was like a walking tackle store. In
Well,
I know. He's my favorite person
I have
to
to
travel
comment. I have to comment. Having been around San Diego a long time, I remember it before Steve owned it. And what a difference, you know.
doubt.
Oh, man, it was just a little hole in the wall, not much going on there. He has really turned it into... No,
big time.
no, big...
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
There was only one guy with more tackle than Steve on the trip. Who do you think?
Ken Ross.
Ken Ross,
Yeah, no doubt. Because I travel with Steve a lot. He's one of my most favorite people to go fishing with, and I know how much gear he brings, and I know that Ken Ross had more gear than everyone on the trip combined, for sure.
No doubt.
Yeah, Ken from Long Beach, he brings some gear.
Yeah, indeed.
Hey, well, I don't want to forget a cool reminder that the spring is here, and there's no better time to get down to the beach, especially after hearing reports like we just heard from Gundy. SurfFishTackle.com has all the gear that you need to help catch fish from the beach. Check it out online, surffishtackle.com. And Bill Varney is also working on a really cool series of CCA-sponsored on-the-beach seminars for this summer. We're going to have a big announcement about them in the next few weeks, so stay tuned to that. And speaking of CCA, the big CCA calendar winner, it's that time again. The winner was number 3567. So on the back of your calendar, make sure you go and register your number when you got your CCA Sport Fishing calendar. This month's winner was 3567. They're going to win a gallery drinkware gift certificate. So a very cool gift certificate. Again, 3567. If you're the big winner, just pop on there and claim your prize. Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way, including another full hour with John Ireland. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
No matter what the season, Rapala lure should always be a part of your fishing arsenal. It's time to stock up on the trolling lure that's proven to catch more fish. X-Rap Magnum by Rapala. Every X-Rap Mag runs perfect right out of the box. All have extreme action with a controlled, deep-diving, aggressive swimming motion. The large diving lip partners with premium VMC hooks and an irresistible rattle. Here's some big news. X-Rap Mags now get up to 40 feet deep with the new X-Mag 40. Spool up with Suffix line, which was designed and recommended for trolling X-Rap Mags, and you have a deadly combo. You should also check out Rapala Husky Magnum heavy-duty high-speed trolling lures built for battling large game fish. The Husky Mag lures, like all Rapala lures, are built tough and available at a great price. So bottom line, the X-Rap Magnum or the Rapala Husky Magnum are the ultimate trolling lures for Southern California and Baja saltwater fishing. Available in a variety of colors and sizes. No matter what you choose, the fish can't resist Rapala. Ask your local tackle dealer which is the hottest color and size, and start catching more fish. See the entire lineup at Rapala.com. When it comes to catching big bluefin tuna in local waters, Shimano has the gear proven to land the big ones. You already know the hot jig is the Shimano Butterfly Flatball Jig, and when you match that with the right tackle system, it makes this great jig even more effective. We suggest you grab a Tranx 500 HG and fill it with 80-pound Power Pro Max Quattro. Max Quattro is 25% thinner, which means 25% more line capacity when you hook that giant. Match your new setup with a Therese 70H and you have the power to put the wood to that big bluefin tuna. The Tranx 500 HG has the cranking power you need, and with the level wind, you concentrate on fishing your Shimano flatball and leave the line control to the Tranx reel. Hundreds of big fish have been caught on the flatball, and when you add the Power Pro Max Quattro Tranx Therese combo, you'll take your fishing to the next level. See your local dealer or check Shimano.com for all the details.
XEPRS 1090 AM Rosarito, Baja California.
San Diego's sports leader. The home of ESPN Radio. The mighty 1090.
For decades, the Kona Kai has been considered San Diego's premier marina, resort, and spa. Now, with millions of dollars in upgrades, the Kona Kai Resort is a destination for travelers worldwide who can live it every day. The docks and services are the finest quality in San Diego, and the Kona Kai is the closest marina to the open ocean. As a marina tenant, you enjoy many benefits, including secured free parking, a deluxe health club, swimming pool, and more. Enjoy discounts at their restaurant, bar, and hotel. If you don't have a boat, there are memberships available at a very affordable price. The Kona Kai Club has been offering members a home away from home since 1953. Members can spend their days on Kona Kai's private beach, meet new people in the club's modern lounge, share a meal with family at Vessel Restaurant and Bar, or pamper themselves in Spa Terra. Check out ResortKonakai.com on the web for more information, to reserve a slip, or inquire about joining the club. The Kona Resort, like being on vacation every day in your own backyard.
Fisherman's Landing is the top choice in local and long-range fishing. Hi, this is Doug Kern. Our hardworking crew is always looking for ways to improve your fishing experience. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet is second to none. We are proud to say Fisherman's Landing is now a full-service sport fishing operation, offering half-day trips on the Dolphin, and now, for the first time in the long history of Fisherman's Landing, we have 3/4-day open party trips on the Liberty. We built the Liberty specifically to offer a better experience. Run by veteran captain Taro Takeuchi, the 85-foot Liberty is the first open party 3/4-day boat to offer bunks for your comfort. She also has huge bait capacity and RSW fish holds to keep your catch fresh. Plus, Liberty has a big galley and 2 interior heads with showers. Our open party trips from half-day, 3/4-day, or 1 to 3 day trips can be easily booked online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call at 619-221-8500. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
There's a lot of great tools out there to help you land the biggest catch. We've got state-of-the-art fish finders, the latest sonar technology, and a wide assortment of lures and jigs at our disposal. It's all tech to help you land the big one. Do you know who else loves the latest tech? Your San Diego County Ford dealers. Just look at F-150. It's loaded with tech. That's one of the many reasons F-150 is Motor Trend's 2018 Truck of the Year. Great payloads and towing capabilities make it the perfect piece of tackle. Available with an 8-inch touchscreen, fuel-saving EcoBoost engine, and all the latest safety and comfort features, F-150 is the truck that is smart enough for California. And right now, your San Diego County Ford dealers have great offers on F-150 XLT and STX. Right now is your best chance to get the best deal on the best truck. That's California Smart. Learn more at buyfordnow.com or visit your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.